Debbie and Carrie stay in detention together for the rest of the school day, and they miss the school buses that would have taken them to their homes. Eventually. You did what? Yeah, because I grew up with a mother who was black, lesbian, and atheist, and I love her so much, I always stick up for anyone else who is abused and threatened like she herself was. She told me stories about how she and other black people, other LGBT people, and other atheists were scorned by bigots. And Carrie, I just spoke to the principal and he will let me take you home now. Thanks. And can you take Debbie to her home too? Mother, what are we going to do? That school is corrupt. The principal is the father of one of the students, and that student takes advantage of that to bully others. I only feel safe there because of Carrie. She is not afraid of the bully. But I am. Then be thankful that I am a lawyer and can sue the school over allowing that abuse. But we need evidence. And for that, a new cell phone. Thank you. Promise me you will take good care of it and won't lose it. If it gets lost or damaged in a few months, I will not replace it for at least a year. You need to learn responsibility for such vital equipment. Of course, Mother. That is an old-style flip phone, but it does have a built-in camera. If this bully is seen threatening anyone else, you can use your phone to take pics of him in the act and show me the pics later. Hello? Carrie, this is Debbie. My mother finally allowed me to have my own cell phone. Awesome. I'll save your new number on my phone for future reference. Mother also agrees that we need to put a stop to Ted Wilson's bullying. We just have to figure out how. Okay, meet me at school tomorrow and we will discuss it. Carrie, I am really worried about you continuing to pick fights with others. I only fight with people who are already hurting others. I was taught to stand up for myself and others by you and Mother Lucy, remember? Yes, and while you may think you're tough, you are not invincible. Someday, you may pick on the wrong person at the wrong time and end up in hospital. I agree that Carrie should be more careful. But we can't let bad and unjust acts go unchallenged. This Ted Wilson shouldn't be attending a school his own father is principal of. That's a conflict of interest for the father. Exactly. They both are to blame. I have an idea. How about we invite the parents of Debbie, Ophelia, and Samir to the Tuscany Tavern to talk about Ted Wilson and his father? We can meet up after the restaurant is closed on a Friday or Saturday night, and even offer them pizza for free. Sure, maybe we can all agree on a solution and work together to end this problem once and for all. Thanks for hosting this meeting. You're welcome. Have a seat and we will begin. Welcome, all of you, to the Tuscany Tavern. Let us start with introductions. I am Lucy Sims, the owner of this restaurant. And I am Jessica Sims, Carrie's birth mother and Lucy's wife. And I, of course, am Carrie Sims. I am Sandy Smith. And this is my daughter, Debbie. I am Victoria May and this is my daughter, Ophelia. Hello.
And I am Sebastian Aria. Samir is my son.
I have asked Sandy Smith for legal advice, since she is a lawyer. So what are we to do in this case we are facing? As I told Debbie, I think the kids should closely monitor Ted Wilson's activities to catch him in the act of bullying others, then record those acts on their cell phones and submit the footage to me as evidence. Then we can file a lawsuit against the school because of the principal, Harold Wilson, enabling his son's behavior. Mr. Wilson should be fired. Or at least, his son Ted must be transferred to another school, to end this totally needless conflict. Mr. Era, my daughter says your son has been insulting her at school, calling her ghost girl or some other such nonsense because of her albinism. To me, that is also a form of bullying. I want it stopped.
Samir, is that true? You owe that girl an apology. I didn't raise you to be a bigot.
Yeah. After I was picked on by Ted Wilson, you could say I got a taste of my own medicine, didn't I? I'm sorry for disrespecting you. It won't happen again.
Oh, I'll make sure of that. Well, I'm satisfied now. Next week we start dealing with the bigger problem.